Wrong side of things on YouTube. That would explain why I have no comments on YouTube. Sorry about that, people. I'll have to delete that video. It's true, Aphasis, I haven't seen your work. I'm sure maybe you are super talented at it. In which case you should keep an eye out for our jobs page. Which we're actually going through Daybreak's human resources on it, because they got the infrastructure for it. So it's just like daybreakgames.com/careers or something like that. Nah, the events have nothing to do with drop rate.
Dust as you strike the mortal blow.
It just isn't. Alright, how am I doing on black apples? I think that's all I need from that then. Okay, I've got my 80 black apples, so I'm good there. So next up will be the cinnamon. Alright, next up a run of cinnamon. Hey, Borkane, nice to see you here. Remind me, cinnamon is snitch. Okay, we'll do snitch and the lich. I don't personally need that many of them, so I'm probably going to go in at a fairly lower level just for speedy purposes. Because I only need 7 of them. There are craftable rune arms in the DDO store. Okay, 26. So yeah, we'll just go in at 27 here.
The distant sounds of panicked voices and scattered fighting echo from the walls. The moonlight reveals a path amongst the rooftops.
Yeah, Force Rune Arms are exceptionally potent. Same would Sonic. It's because not too many mobs have resistance to it. Any plans to do Druid work? Bear sucks. Yes, in a kind of a big picture level, yes, we absolutely are planning to get to Druids as part of our class work that we need to do. We haven't penned in a formal update for it, but it'll be among... it's on the short list. And that would be, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things we need to do with Druid, so I guess I'm not totally going to get into it. You guys are mostly well aware if you're a Druid player. We have kind of a big sort of exploit going, well, an exploit going on with Druid, but it is also the main way that Druids are able to get their DPS up. So what we'll probably end up doing is taking care of that, but then also overhauling Druid really from the ground up to compensate for that. And one of those things we'd also like to do is make bear form far more viable. Because yes, it totally needs it. Did I mean the only viable way? Oops, wasn't paying attention. The only viable way to play a druid? Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's not true, but it's perceived as true, so... It definitely makes a big difference, I'll say that much. Oh, I am out of healing potions. Alright. Yeah, I like the idea of a werewolf enhancement tree too, that's pretty cool. Dum, dum, dum. Make bear 4 more colorful. I don't know, man. There are people who want that, absolutely.
In the distance, you can see a lever, which seems to control the next gate.
I don't know that I agree that we need to adjust the action point cost of the cleric tree.
The gate opens.
Macubre, what in particular do you feel needs to be done with it? Like what? I mean, it's the same amount of points as any other tree, but what do you feel is out of balance with it? I've been playing my cleric quite a bit. I haven't found the tree to be really a problem at all.
Slides into place, allowing access to the rooftops above. The zombie in the courtyard looks strangely familiar. The undead corpse of Roderick Nettle shifts to look towards you and groans. Roderick Nettle's undead form slumps to the ground. He gasps. The shield surrounding the lich fades, and he closes to attack.
Yeah, this lich is one of the harder mobs, frankly, I think, in Night Rebels. Person will take you out pretty quick, which we shall maybe see happen to me in just a second. Depends if my rage lasts long enough. Nice.
The tattered form falls in defeat, and the feeling of dread that surrounded the lich fades.
Alright, there's the cinnamon. So then all I've got left... Oops. I need 30 shadowy caramel. Radiant Servant is a really strong tree, though. I don't know that making you invest heavily into it to receive the benefits is unreasonable. Yeah, that's what I need, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's just he has a lot of hit points, and he can, you know, make you helpless fairly easily. So, you know, it's if you can find yourself in a situation where you're kind of being unable to take him down quickly enough, depending on the makeup of your party, whether you're solo, etc., etc. Yeah, the beard is, you know, the beardless look is not my best look. So, you know, I know like there are some people on the forums who like to make fun of me, and that's okay. I can handle it. But they're not entirely wrong about the chin thing. It's actually hereditary. Like if you look at my family lineage, like see old family photographs, we've all got this kind of thick chin thing. And the growing the beard helps kind of delineate my face in a way that does not happen when I don't have a facial hair. But whatevs. It's for a good cause. Yeah, so for me, I mean, I didn't have any trouble doing a key farm. Now, granted, I am often playing my cleric, and I do think clerics tend to have a bit of an advantage in there, just because they're can be really good at killing undead. But I know, like, warlocks and that have been kind of mopping up in there, too. And I too, have not been just kind of doing the sit and farm thing. I've been running around on night revels to get my keys. Although, like I said, at this point, I've got guildies who are just, like, so full of keys that they're just like, you want 100 keys? Here, have 100 keys. So, you know.
Has been slain.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, whatever. You don't take this job and not expect to get some trash talk and people taking it personal and insulting you. That just comes with the job. Doesn't even faze me. But it's true. I tend to find people who are still stuck in high school or middle school like that to be something ain't right with them folk. Yeah, I think, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Macubray, and you're totally right that the cost for, say, Radiant Servant is one of the highest, maybe the highest. But I do think that that's a deliberate choice.
Can only be opened when the rooms are lit. Look for 2 men. They will unlock the door.
You know, I don't... That's interesting, Starchild. I don't know if... I mean, it should be the same proc chance no matter what you do. So, just to reiterate, I know I talked about this at the start of Night Revels, but the way... You know, over the years, the way keys were awarded in Maybar changed. And so for Night Revels, we tried to basically find the best of all worlds. So... what happens is there's a percentage chance for a key to appear when a mob is killed. And that percent, you basically can get up to multiple rolls on it. If you're the one who kills the person, if you are one of the people who does a hit on the person, you know, do some damage, and if you're in a party with someone who does either of those things. So... and the reason for that is if you only had it on kill, then you'd have people kill stealing. If you only had it on hit, then you'd have people just tagging, you know? So instead it's kind of a blurred situation where it's a mix of both. So technically, I would think the fastest way to farm keys would be in a group of people who are good at killing mobs. Because... you know, if you're killing them, you're tagging them. And if you're all in a group and you're separating out and all killing stuff, then you're going to get that other proc chance. So, I mean, at its core, it's supposed to be pretty... just sort of... just go into the graveyard and kill things and you're not going to have to worry about it. And that, overall, is the experience. But if you really want to min-max things, that's probably the way to do it. Get in a group of people who are all capable of going off on their own and killing things. Go off on your own and kill things. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, no, here we go. Got one. Sure. I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, Macubray. Basically, why don't we just offer keys for chocolate? I will say that the way we are able to continue developing Night Revels is because we need to be able to make a small amount of revenue from it. And the way we make that small amount of revenue is by selling keys, along with chocolates and, for the cocoa and stuff. So... it does have a earn or buy mechanic, which is deliberate on the keys. Frankly, it's pretty low. I mean, if you really want us to, if you want to accuse us of being pay to win, I guess I would argue it's like, how many keys were actually purchased, you know? But it is there if you want it. But I think that that's a deliberate, I mean, that's a deliberate design choice, right? To be like, you can earn it, or you can just buy them if you need to. call me a monster. Yeah, this character kind of sucks on weapons. It's because I was just never really... This is not a character I play too regularly. For non-undead, I'm actually fairly decent. I'm largely just using Cleaver, because it's not bad. But for undead, I don't really have a good weapon, so I'm using this old 18 Flaming Maul, which isn't even slotted for a red. Which I suppose I should probably do.
The second rune activates and a door unlocks in the distance.
Trying to see whose idea was it to use FBI declassify? Oh, they had that thing? Never mind. That's... I'm sorry. Conspiracy theory nonsense. So am I saying that if we had to buy compasses for Crystal Cove, we might see more regular and better updates to Cove equipment? Wouldn't hurt. Although, I have to be honest, we actually have done... It's been a while on Crystal Cove, but if you look over the years, we actually have done some work over time on Crystal Cove. And I think there is an intention to up the loot to another tier. We just haven't had time to do that. You know, we were working on previously, like, what was it? Our item update that was being done. And then now we're, you know, doing something like, geez, several hundred items for Ravenloft and that, so... But hopefully, you know, maybe by next year we'll see if we can get that loot updated. Oh, where's my Raven or Scarecrow? That's a good question. Why do I not have it out? Well, a Scarecrow I don't have out because I'm not level 30 yet. I'm only level 27. And as for the Raven, it's a good question. There we go.
The guttural groans of shuffling undead can be heard through the door. A muffled voice squeaks. You choose me now.
Yeah, I hear you. Although I mean, the intention is to use the Scarecrow really for Ravenloft, and that content is on the Epic side, level 30 and up. You know, the min level of the Scarecrow matches the minimum levels of the content in Ravenloft. And honestly, I mean, otherwise we've got, because let's see, we have 17, 18, 20. What's the Owlbear? Is that 25 or 27? I can't remember now. So 30 is kind of a nice scale on that.
Several creatures shamble towards you. Malkirik the Lich bids his creations to attack.
Must have one. Okay, there we go. This guy can be a little rough too, if you don't take him out quick enough, which I probably won't this time. Because he'll spawn all those ads. I love his Cobra Commander sounding DM line.
As Malkirik crumbles to dust, a feeling of calm settles throughout the room.
Chris Blankley, does it normally take a long time to download this? You're on a Mac. It's a little less than 12 gigabytes, I believe, from start to stop. So, depending on your speed, I don't think DDO's too tough to download. But, like I said, if 12 gigabytes is like, oh my god, then maybe. So what about the thing with the ice games? So someone had said in the ice games that we didn't bring it back this summer. And I guess that's true. I haven't really noticed, but you're right. I don't know that we have any real plans to update the ice games. It should be back after the holidays like usual. You know, we usually run Festivals until, what, kind of early mid-January? And then the ice games usually happen kind of late January, February-ish, sometimes as late as March. And I expect that'll be the case this time around as well.
been slain.
Oh, there's that hitch. Will the 3-day anniversary party return this year like it did a few months after the party in the past? I don't know. Will it return? I mean, yes, the anniversary event will return. I don't know if we'll do another encore. That's certainly possible that we would. But yeah, we intend to probably bring back the anniversary event just about every year. I mean, that's kind of the idea of it. Where did you go? Oh, did you get all those zombies? Oh, no, here we go. I agree, Macubre. I think we should put the pork barrels on the reward list for the anniversary. That's a cool idea. One I fully support. They were old, I believe it was a 6th anniversary event that we did. And what they did is they allowed you to... you get this barrel and you'd place it, and then when you'd hit the barrel, it would spawn a bunch of... tasty ham. It was pretty great. We should totally bring them back. Yes. Sorry, I didn't just now catch in your chat. Yeah, I have one more run. This run should get me all the stuff I need.
Very similar to a rune found on the locked door in the central corridor.
Will we get a new anniversary event in the future? Probably not like brand new from the ground up. We may make tweaks to the current anniversary event in the future, but it was designed as really kind of an evergreen, you know, hey, this is the thing we bring out on anniversaries. But I would expect to see, you know, some parts of it change over time. When will I play in Galanda? It's going to be a while. So next week would have been Argonessen, except it'll be Lamania. So then I've got 2 weeks on Argo, 2 weeks on Caneth, and then Galanda. So I'm going to say probably... at least 5 weeks from now. So maybe around the holidays, around Christmas. Maybe start of the new year. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if we want to break that news. Do we want to break that news, Renwa? Yeah. No. 2 days left, so yeah, we've got to really have overnight Sunday into Monday, realistically, too. QA will get in on Monday morning and shut down Night Revels, so I would guess sometime around 9-ish? 9, 10-ish?
The guttural groans of shuffling undead can be heard through the door.
Yeah, I've been watching the new season of Stranger Things. I'm down to the last episode. I was saving it literally for tonight. I'm gonna watch the last episode of the season. I'm digging it. I've been digging that show from the start.
As several creatures shamble toward you, Malkiric the Lich bids his creations to attack.
There hasn't been as much D&D in this season, but there's still some. We don't have a time frame to work on melee in High Level Reaper. You know, it's something that we would like to do. But I don't know that we have committed to a time frame on it. Alright, and there's my stuff to get an item.
Calm settles throughout the room.
Can I explain more about sentient weapons? It'll be a little bit easier to do once it's on Lamania, and folks will be seeing that not next week, but one of the future previews. We're going to do several previews of Ravenloft, no big surprise there. For sentient weapons in general, though, I could kind of repeat what we've already said about it, which is it's going to be a high-level item system that debuts with Ravenloft. And the intention is the personality module will be separate from the item, so that you can slot in the sentience or whatever that you want on whatever item you want, so you don't have to worry so much about that. And it's going to use an augment-like system to provide the various benefits. Trying to decide, what do I want? Cloak of Night might be useful. Shadow Robe. I should just go for the armor. Crystallized Eternity would be nice. I don't have enough for all that, though, but... yeah, I guess I'll just go for the armor. Alright. Do I have enough for any of these? Yep. Do that. use up the rest by getting some of these wargs and things. I like the shadows pretty good. How many do I have? 130? There we go. There's my Night Revel stuff for the day. Let me quick get into said armor as well. Looks kind of funny with that hat. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Like the Undertaker style hat there. I could try it with the Barovian thing. It's kind of dorky. Yep. Nice. Boot Hill Online, that would be pretty rad. Man, Boot Hill, I haven't thought about that one in a long time. Have we given a time frame for when we can purchase Menace of the Underdark again? No, but we're making progress. My understanding is the key testing is largely underway, or will be underway soon, and then once that's done, we'll be able to put it back in the DDO market and the DDO store. So hopefully by the holidays here. Sorry, Hunter Raiden, I can't really answer Lotro questions on DDO stream, nor DDO questions on Lotro stream, and the reason for that is I don't want the communities to feel like they have to pay attention to the other games' live streams in order to get official information. So ask me that question on the next Lotro stream, and I'll be happy to answer it. Which quest that's going to be on Lamania is my favorite? Well, I don't know if I have a favorite yet, but I've been really enjoying the one with the pies. Dum-dum-dum. Any chance we can ever upgrade the stream to 1080 from the office? Sad to see it gray out in Pixel Storm when you move around. I could. The reason I have not done that is because I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And so I have found that by streaming at 720p, it's a more consistent stream. And then for people who are not Twitch partners, or who, whatever, don't know how or want to adjust their settings, they get a much better result with a lot less kind of hitchy and framiness if I don't up it to 1080. The one with the exciting stairs is not bad either. There's a lot of them. Yeah, yeah. When will the Warlock era end? That's a good question. When the next thing comes out that beats them. Maybe when we do Druids finally, huh? Okay. Alright, that's going to wrap it up with Friday afternoon here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you give us a follow on Twitch, you'll be notified for when we go live with shows just like this one. Subscribe to us on YouTube to get the videos in your subscription feed, and like us on Facebook to get both that, these Facebook Live videos, along with all the other stuff we put on there. Here we go. Real quick, we are taking donations for Team DDO. This is for the Movember Foundation. That what which I done shave my face off for. I would be happy to get some donations if you're willing to do that. We do have incentives, which you can find out about on the DDO forums. That's ddo.com/forums. Just look it up. You'll see a Movember thread, and I'll have a list of all the kind of incentives and that I can do for donations. And we're hoping to raise a couple grand this year, and we're pretty well on our way already. We got a $2,000 for my personal goal, and I'm at $570, $3,000 for Team DDO, and we're at $620. So we're doing quite well so far, and we really do want to thank everyone who has been willing to donate even a few dollars for Movember. All right, I will be back next Wednesday with, fingers crossed, a preview of Ravenloft. If not, it'll be on Arganessen. Hope you have a great DDO weekend. Quick reminder on the bonuses as well. 20% challenge rewards boost that does apply to Night Revels, and a 10% VIP boost. So on top of the other VIP boost you can get, just for being VIP, you can get, up to 20% XP just through that. So good time to be doing some leveling up there as well. And that's right, King Cosmo wants to remind me, Good to Be the King is going to be right here on DDO Stream. That's Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/DDO Stream. Have a great weekend. See you soon.